All right, here we go. So we're gonna start off this stream recording. All right, good. So it is October 6th, 2025. It's been a while since we made a video because the kids, the girls, the two older girls moved in to this room where my trading station is. It used to be my room, now it's theirs. But I managed to keep a section of the room for my setup, and that means I can't really speak at night when they're sleeping. Um, that plus there's been a lot going on. There's been so much going on with like finding a place to live, like what we're doing here, what we're doing there with my dad. And just with everything going on, I've just been so exhausted. That's been another factor, and it's just been no time. I've had literally zero time ever to just like be with myself. So I have like a little like I have like maybe 10 minutes here. So we're gonna see if we can get a recording out because it's really needed. These recordings are so good for me to speak my mind and set affirmations and just like go over what's happening. Like it's so good. So basically, we're just gonna try to go into it real quick. So today there is no news today. It's a kind of a wacky month. The government's closed. This is the morning short inside of the opening range. First presented down to pre-market lows. Um, Initially, I wanted to just take a partial off here and really hold for here, RTH gap CE, but the thing was, NQ was the straggler to the downside by a lot. YM was way, 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 way down, and ES was farther down. So the fact that this was the straggler, um, as soon as we got under here, I got my partial, and then I was like, you know what? We like we dipped and we're like up here, and I'm taking this position off. And luckily enough, that was this move from here down to here. Luckily enough, look what happened. That was pretty much the low of the day. And I would, so that was a good insight there. That was just pure, just like intuition or just like experiential base, let's say. That's what it was. And then the rest of the day was, just basically because NQ was a strength leader to the upside since last night, since a long time. So that was the low of the day. Then we went up, took out, the high of the current high of the day. And then what did we get? That happened during 2:30. 2:30. So we know a lot can happen at 2:30. No reversals are really pretty likely to happen at 2:30 if conditions are right. So the fact that look at this lunch low, post lunch like low, equal lows. There was no SMT here either in all assets. This is today's first presented. And so naturally you would think, okay, boom, launch. Okay, we get the PM session open price 130. We get some first presenteds in here, whichever one you want to use. And then we get the 2 o'clock macro, which is the 2 o'clock open right here. But no, it had an objective. It had an objective, which was this high. So we ran above it to 231 for a little like movement in here. I'm gonna get rid of this. I didn't even do that. And then break down. Okay, now when I saw this right here, okay, you got like kind of like your Venom type of model right here. I mean, that's perfect. But on top of it, you got the suspension block. See the volume balance, volume balance. So here's your suspension block. So might as well, instead of marking this, that, this, just mark the suspension block. And lo and behold, inside the 3 o'clock macro, we get a perfect tip, perfect inspection come down. And so when I saw this, okay, I guess I got it, and I saw this down here. This was a demo. All right, this is what I really want. This is really what I want to work on. I want to figure out how to basically anticipate continuation macros. Because this macro right here, 3 o'clock, 3 o'clock macro, is, in my opinion, it's a continuation of the move that already happened. Now, I have a lot more experience with, say, the purge happens, I guess that's what's, it's just, I'm good at having like the purge happen like near the macro, inside the macro, or like shortly after. I'm good at having like the purge happen close to the macro, whether it's inside or right before or after. And then the anticipation of like, okay, then expansion, like reversal expansion. Boom, got your purge, and then expansion like to the side, opposing the purge. When it happens farther away from a macro, for example, this is basically in like the 2:30 area, so we're pretty in between. We're in the middle of the hour. To anticipate 3 o'clock to just be like okay, like a Judas, like a stop raid, you know, and for the continuation of this move that started. I don't have enough. I don't have really the logic in my mind. I don't have like the data, and I really don't even know how to look for this. You know what I'm saying? I have to figure out what I'm looking for. But I'm praying and I'm asking to like help me like figure out what I should be looking for so that I can even back this to anticipate be able to anticipate these continuation macros. And that's a big reason why I took this on a demo is because I don't have as much experience with that. The other thing is I was on my phone, I'm working in the shop, and I didn't even know that ES didn't run this high right. I didn't even know we had SMT right here. I just thought we had SMT right here with YM, which we did, and I didn't realize that we had also had SMT right here with ES. So that was one factor, and the other factor was this, what I just said. So, perfect inspection of the suspension block. When I see it and throw out, okay, now it's time to like, I just mark it. We come back into suspension block, another mark it. So we got 3 orders right here. And 3 o'clock comes, where's 3 o'clock? So not much manipulation to the upside of the 3 o'clock candle. And then we basically just get time distortion, in my opinion, all the way until here. This is still even kind of some sort of time distortion, but this is real time distortion. If you weren't really too sure about your trade, this would likely to make you second guess it all in here. Time distortion until, but yeah, after the macro, and then we get like, okay, drop, all right, but still we didn't get that sell off until 3 like 42, where it's like, okay, finally we break down below 130 price, and then really break, and then boom. The draw was, of course, the equal lows right here, inside the first presented of today, and just to be safe, I took one off, here. We came, then 350 is right here. So 350 like runs up. We kind of disrespect this fair value gap, boom. And then as soon as we kind of like, then we like sell off. And I was like, all right, we're pretty close to the draw. I'm gonna take another one off here, move stop to here, move my stop to here. And then we just used this and then just sold off perfectly. So that was pretty good. But really my prayers are really to figure out how to like anticipate these continuation macros, how to like think about it. Because like 230, when the purge happens, I mean it's a pretty big purge based on the SMTs that we had. But when it happens in between the hour, I don't know how to think about the macro to knowing it's a continuation. Like yeah, I was looking for this to happen. Like obviously, like I'm looking for sells. But how to really trust it even how to really know and trust it better is what I'm trying to figure out. Whether it's I don't know, really. Like this is like your Judas right there. It's still utilizing this price leg, and then we get like continuation. There's a continuation. I guess you could look at it like that. I'm just 230 in, and we know 230 is like a time of day that a lot can happen. A lot of reverses which can happen there if like the conditions are right. It's just it's just like I'm so not used to like things happening like in between the hour, like in the middle of the hour, for then the macro to like be that continuation where, I mean, like it was perfect. I don't know. We gotta just back this and look into this more. I think that's our plan. Just look at examples, 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 find them, find them, find them, and see what like see the correlation between it all.